Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Banggood review. This time it's not going to be a tool as such, it's going to be a product. It's actually going to be an extractor fan. This is my plasma table. If you've watched my videos, you've seen me using this. One massive problem with the plasma table is it puts out a lot of smoke. The smoke's not good for you. I've tried a few methods of removing the smoke and it hasn't worked. I looked at the price of some of the extractor fans for spray booths and they were absolute fortunes, so I thought, well, I want a Banggood do one. I had a look on their website and they do 2 or 3. So I've asked them to send us a one, which they have done. I'm going to set it up, actually going to cut a hole in the wall, put it in here and see if it'll actually pull a lot of the fumes outside. Before I show the fan, before I get started, I want to make 1 or 2 things perfectly clear. Banggood have sent me this fan completely free of charge. I can do with it whatever I like. I suppose the only payment I'm going to get is if people buy it off my review. You can rest assured I will give it a proper review. If it's shite, I'll just say so. I don't tell stories. The other thing is, if you do click onto the link and you buy one of these fans or a product off Banggood, I do get a small amount of commission. I mean, I won't be able to retire, but it helps us make more and better videos. Right, so once that's perfectly crystal clear, let's have a start. I'll bring the fan in, have a look at it, we'll put some wires into it, power it up, and then hopefully we're going to get a hole cut in the wall and get it set up and see what sort of effect it has pulling smoke out of here. This is the fan they've supplied. Quite a depth, and it'll probably go through a double wall. It's just a thin concrete wall that's going through here. It's got a spec sheet on the back. 2,700 cubic metres of air an hour that would be, at 2800 RPM, 150 watt, 220 volt. It's got 2 flaps on the back. Obviously when the fan's working they blow open. I suppose it's to keep the wind and the weather out, but I'm going to build a shower around the back of it anyway. That's the input. I'm disappointed it's got a very, very short piece of wire on it, but that's what it is. I'm going to solder some leads onto there to make a permanent fixture. I'll just put a terminal block on in a minute just so it can get up and running. It's basically that's what it is. It's a fan. I will be going to solder wires into here properly. This is a temporary connector just to get her up and running. It goes on and moves there. What more can I say about it? Certainly moved quite a fair amount of air that. And that's got quite a bit of stuff about it. Unfortunately I'm doing smoke. If I was to smoke I would do a good demonstration of how much air it actually moves. Turn it round, see how the back's good open. Will be right, so it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Moves there. It's not that noisy. The camera does pick up more noise and it's not offensive. I'm not going to be in here all the time. I've certainly heard louder fans. I'm going to mount it here right in the middle of the table. I'm going to cut a hole in that wall. If one fan doesn't do it, I'll put another one in, I'll put 2 in. But I think that will pull a lot of the fumes away. It'll be set just above the height of the table. And I can also put a fan in the door, blowing air in, so I've got a throughput of air. So the next thing's to cut a hole in the wall. Hopefully this will keep as much dust as possible out of here. Obviously I don't want concrete dust everywhere. I'll go outside. I'll be playing with a grinder now. I'm just using a 4.5 inch angle grinder with a diamond disc on it. And it seems to be cutting through it quite easily. The only problem I might have is the centre reinforcement piece, which has got a lot of wire in it. But right, the moment of truth. I'm pretty sure all the way through, except for the inside of these reinforcement pieces. So all I've got to do now is knit through these two little pieces here, and then we're good to go. That's it, we've got a whirl. No, it's not bad. Quite happy with that. And give it some juice. Having that fan running made a massive difference. Normally you couldn't stay in here when it's cutting, it's absolutely terrible, the smoke. I went outside and you could actually smell the smoke being pulled out. What I'm going to do is cut the same thing out and leave the fan off and see if I can show you what sort of smoke did used to build up in here. It is not pleasant at all. I hope the camera picked up the difference between the amount of smoke in here with the fan running compared to without the fan running. Without the fan running, it's absolutely horrible. The question is, would I spend my money on one of those fans? Absolutely, I think a really good value for money. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, there's a link at the front to that fan. If you click on the link and you buy a fan, I get a small commission. If you click on the link and you buy anything, I get a small commission. like I say, it won't make us retire, but it'll certainly help us to make more videos. Anyway, thanks for watching.